Alright, well, here we are. Color. I can change the HUD color to orange. Okay. Sure. Display HUD distance in feet? What is... It's feet or KT? What is KT? Versus... Just like that's meters and kilometers per hour, but like what? Oh, it's gonna be knots, you're right. That's weird. That's weird. I'm honestly thinking we swap that. Knots. Not on my watch. Hilarious. View type. We'll leave it here for now, but I think cockpit view is like the Ace Combat default. I kind of like cockpit view. No, we're swapping it. We're just swapping it now. Alright, normal reversed control. Button type novice. What is... Oh man. We've got 3 different difficulty levels of control here. What's the difference? Oh man, there's a lot of extra text when you go from novice to expert. So that's... Decrease speed and increase speed are on X and A in expert so that the rudder can be on L and R. And then missiles and machine guns stay in the same place. Targets, you switch targets with A and B? How do you... Oh, I see what they mean. Wait, so then you just don't... So what does this do? Horizontal aircraft control, switch perspectives. This just looks the same. I'm not sure what the difference is between these. Expert and ace. I think of myself as somewhat of an expert. I feel like novice is gonna be like Babby mode. You don't get full control over the plane. And we're better off with expert. Damn, wow, that's an interesting controller. I've never seen one of those before. It's like they tried to turn a flight stick into a controller. That is the ultimate, you know, here's your controller, bro. And your friend hands you one of these. And you're playing like frickin' Crash Bash with this thing. Does Ace have an air brake? Where was that? Oh yeah, air brake is on back. That's a little bit too weird for me, but also what is the difference between air brake and decreased speed? I think if you're decreasing your speed, you're probably doing it with brakes in the air, right? I'm leaving it on expert, dude. Custom is kind of interesting too. Look at this full... Look at this full... Like, you can rebind any button to anything. We can put the machine guns on the back button. Output type, speaker versus headphone. You can turn off the music if you hate yourself and want to be bored. You want a serious simulation only. Real fighter pilots would not be listening to music. Well, let's do it, I guess.
Alexei Peninsula, December 2000 and some.
I'll put fire on right pound. Every Xbox controller comes with 2 pound keys.
This is Delta Leader to all fighters. It seems that enemy landing troops are about to take the beachhead. This mission is to eliminate the landing troops. I repeat.
That's the second one.
For the landing crash.
Sean Murray Wakeboarding Unleashed. That's going to be game number 2.
All fighters deploy into attack formation.
Game number 1 is Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1. As well. Those are our 2 games so far. So I read, like, there's a brief plot summary for this game on Wikipedia. Apparently this game takes place in the future, and in the future, they've cured all diseases, which has led to overpopulation, which has led to countries invading others for food, and we are invading other countries to steal their food. And that's the plot of the game. Or at least the premise of the world. The games people will vote on based on their box art is starting to get thin. Oh, this is just Ace Combat, dude. Look at that. Okay, I hadn't seen a screenshot of gameplay or anything. This is the acest of combat. Who is shooting me? How did I get hit by that? What? Where is everybody? Oh, here we go. Alright, not 1 minute in and we're already doing this. Jetty Sports is the ultimate box art game. The plane doesn't really turn very well. Oh god, no, the plane does not really turn very well. No, this plays like ass, dude. What the heck? I am using every method available to me for trying to turn the plane. And the plane just, like, look at what happens. Look at how it bounces back. I might actually put this on novice controls. This is shit. This does not play well. Like, look at how when you try to turn, it bounces back. I don't know if that's realistic to a plane. Like, do planes work like that? But, it's bad. I don't like it. Trying to get the hang of the controls too. This is definitely like a game for a Duke controller with how white and black are going to be swap targets. Like, see, I'm trying to turn. You have to, like, massively overturn, knowing that it'll snap back. Very unpleasant. Missing PAL exclusives are just because the list has to... I have to define the list somehow, and I've chosen to define it as North American releases. But there's no technical limitation on playing PAL games. I played Rolling earlier in Xbox Thing, and that was a PAL game. It is a little bit of a giant pain in the ass. I have to switch the whole console into PAL mode, which is a little sketchy every time you do it, but it doesn't seem like it breaks anything. This guy is a target. I do have to... I can't just ignore the other planes. I was hoping to just ignore the other planes until they went away. Because they seem kind of annoying to hit. Like, my plane does not turn fast enough for this. Okay, got him. Legs are feeling completely fine. That guy is not a target. Where the hell did the beach go? Wasn't there a beach on this map? Where did it go? Over here. No, I think we might be putting the controls back on Novice. I'm not a fan of this at all. It just like weirdly plays like shit compared to Ace Combat. I don't get it. I don't know why they would make the game where you can't turn the plane. Maybe we're gonna get a better plane that controls less like ass at some point.
This is Delta Leader to control. Mission accomplished. Now returning to base. This is control. Roger that.
I could add, like Yeti Sports is a thing that I could add.
2000 and some. Food supply problems have reached.
Did he just say it is the year 2000 and some? Is that how they said that?
Those who can eat and those who cannot. Advances in genetics mean that even the worst diseases can be cured. But the Earth has not been turned into the Garden of Eden that was promised. Instead, war rages on, as they always have. Here, on the Alexei Peninsula, the Allied forces
I would have said
and the
20
United
XD1,
forces come to
and
a
it would
new
have been
twist
funny.
in their long struggle.
Or 2000 in the year 2000 and something.
Airforce Delta Storm.
Go to the airbase, briefing, shop, buy. You have to buy new planes. What is the best plane? What is my current plane? I think this is my current plane because... No, maybe it's not. What is my current plane? What? No memory. You have to scroll all the way down here to save in the hard drive? Come on. That is dumb. Did they really think that we were all gonna have 8 memory cards plugged into our Xboxes? I get that this is a launch game, but like... Come on now. So wait, what is my current plane? I have the A7 Corsair 2. The stats on this thing... Defense and power reach the middle bar, but none of the others do. So if we go into shop, then this plane has trash attack, but way better speed, so I think that's garbage. And the other one we can't even afford. Oh wait, no, I can afford it, and it has even better speed and even trasher attack. Okay, so both of these planes are just bad. The whole range thing is kind of interesting. guess I'll try, we'll test out the novice control scheme and we'll see, we'll test it out. As a novice to games about flying planes, I don't know what I'm doing. Can I sell my current plane and go home? There is a sell menu, maybe. Brake now? Why is that making me go faster? Wait, I can't figure out how to brake. Oh, right, it's on L and R now. No, it's still ass. It's still ass, just a different type of ass, because now you can't roll the plane. So now it's just, like, weird. That's kind of what I thought was gonna happen. Like, now, you just turn left and right with the analog stick. Oh. That was the whole mission, huh? Okay, so by my count, I think this game has 38 missions, but based on, like, the format of the world map, and the fact that one of the missions was literally just that, this game might not actually be that long. 4 hours on how long to beat. I might just play this whole thing today then. That'd be nice. One-stream games are always nice. That is not the target. You. Yes. Hang on a minute. Some of these missions are not very challenging. The cold open mission, which it's interesting that this game had one of those, but there's like a cold open mission where you had to blow up like 50 things, and then suddenly it's like, all right, here's the next mission. Take out this one plane. All right, to the front lines. I'm gonna save before we go there. Well, I don't suppose that they've added new planes. No. The fish bed. Comfy. Does that say completed number 3? Yeah, it looks like, hey, Randalorian. It looks like we're gonna go to, like, a base, and this is gonna be a more complex mission to the front lines. The enemy front line on radar. We're now heading to this location to attack. Hope you're ready for a good fight, everyone. Niche game called Kingdom Hearts 1. I think I've heard of that one. Grinding synth items is not fun. Yeah, I simply would not. I guess if we ever get to PS2 thing, I will stream Kingdom Hearts 1. It's weird. I can't imagine myself becoming a Kingdom Hearts streamer. I have played KH1 and 2 before, but I've never really been a fan. Dude, am I just gonna accept getting, like, blasted in the ass by missiles this whole time? I have a ton of health. You have a very, like, chonky... A very chonky plane. You can survive a lot of abuse in this game, compared to, like, Ace Combat where you die in 2 missiles. You can take, like, 6 missiles in this game, maybe. Yeah, these dudes are just parked behind me. Hang on. Trying my best to do a thing. Yeah, the plane just like automatically rolls back over. I don't like that. I feel like with novice controls, there's not really a good way to get other guys off of you. Other than to do that, I guess. SRC only has a leaderboard for the GBA version. Interesting. So someone has speedrun the GBA port of this, but not the actual game. I didn't see anything about, like, weapon swapping to a secondary weapon or anything, so I think you literally just have missiles. And that's, like, it. Is a cutscene skip patch made for it? I think I would probably not play with that. So there are all kinds of games that have like quality of life patches, this and that. Oh, you gotta play with the undub. Oh, you gotta do this. Like for the purpose of the console challenge, I tend to just go with whatever like the vanilla experience of the game is. You know, I feel like stuff like that is really good for a second playthrough, but I feel like if I want to get like the true original experience of like this is what this game is, then even if there's something bad about it that you could fix, I would rather just like play the not patched version. Yeah. I have played Kingdom Hearts before though. It wouldn't be my first time playing Kingdom Hearts. I do remember on Death you have to watch the cutscenes a lot, right? Well, one, we would only skip the cutscenes that, the idea is you skip the cutscenes that keep playing every time you die to a boss and you have to watch it again. We wouldn't skip the actual cutscenes, but two, even if you do watch the cutscenes in Kingdom Hearts, they usually don't tell you where to go. That's, in my experience, that's a thing about the Kingdom Hearts games, at least the first one, definitely. I remember specifically in the Tarzan world. The Tarzan world is like, they just don't tell you where to go at all, and you just run back and forth between the maps, making cutscenes happen until you get to the end of it. It's a little bit dumb. Yo, raises hell, alright. That's game number 4. It's a mess in small rooms. I don't remember it being that bad. I have a heavy bad camera tolerance, though. I can handle it. I think I have infinite bullets. Is there a bullet count anywhere? I don't think so. Look, Dino Crisis was really bad. Wait, why? There's like a counter on the... I've been here before. Oh, I bet I know what's happening. Hold up, I think I know what's happening. I bet that when they put a number over a spot, if you don't get to it in that number of spaces and, like, defend your land, you lose it. I bet that's what's happening. I bet that countdown was like, you will... Like, the enemy will capture this. Which I don't think I care about. I think it's fine if the enemy captures it, because defending it versus retaking it is the same thing. You just go blow up a plane. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. Also, the counter is immediately back, so I don't know. Well, here, let's see. One. Yeah, they retake it. That's that spot. They just, like, retake it after a bit. Well, I did a real mission, so maybe there's more planes. This one gets attack up to the first bar. Defense is like 1.5. Power is 2, and mobility is like 1.5. How does that compare to my current plane? It's worse. It's literally just worse. It has much better speed. But its defenses are slightly worse. How many more games are left? Well, I think the total number of games is like 454, something like that. So work back from there, and we've got like 320 games or so to go. So a lot. The answer is a whole lot. I bet that counter only applies if there are, like, neighboring orange spots. Like, I bet that if we take all of the neighboring spots, then the counter will go away. 326 including this. There you go. Thanks for being a normal internet dude. You're welcome. Things are going downhill. Damn, anything in particular? That sounds like something happened recently. Posted the most important evidence in my disc. Hang on, I have to see this now. What? I mean, what is... So, I guess you wouldn't be able to eat pork. I don't know how else that applies to Minecraft. I guess maybe he designates every 7th day as Saturday and can't do any mining on Saturdays? Maybe, yeah. That's kind of funny. This one's kind of long. I got myself wrapped up in like a super long destroy ground targets mission. And by super long, I mean there's more than one target in it. Alright, there we go. Is the game freaking awesome? So this is developed by Konami, interestingly enough. This is a Konami game, so yes, this was developed in Japan. It's... I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this one so far. It's a little bit, basic. It's kind of giving, like, Ace Combat 1, you know? As opposed to Ace Combat 4. You know, like, you want to be playing Ace Combat 4, but instead you're playing 1. There's a bunch of these missions where you literally just shoot down one plane to capture an area on the map, which is interesting to me. Not in like a, ooh, that's an interesting thing the game is doing, but just in like a, why are they doing that sort of way. The Dreamcast game was a big deal at the time. Yeah, like, I bet that the Dreamcast game did see some moderate success, but, like, to be honest with you, I think any Dreamcast game is gonna have its fans because there just aren't that many. like Dreamcast, of course Dreamcast gamers are gonna be like, ah, yeah, Airforce Delta Storm, because they didn't have Ace Combat. This is what they had. Good. Okay, got him. We love the Floygan Bros. Move over, Mario. Where is this quote? I have to go find the quote now. Yeah, here we go. There's a long-ass link, but there. Floygan will do for Sega what Mario did for Nintendo, says Bernie Stoller, Sega America president. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, I've taken every spot on the map now. What do I do? They just... What? Hang on, what? Excuse me. Also, I'm not the only one thinking this, right? That the range, the font that range is in at the top of the screen just looks like it says Ange, like A-A-N-G-E. Like, that's an A. They could have done a lot better. Maybe briefing? How do I... Oh, wait. Oh, we can just do a mission from here. Uh-oh. Can I get Yeti Sports, please? Yeti Sports is not on the list. Should I add, this is an open question, should I add Yeti Sports to the list of Xbox games? It's not a very challenging addition. Like, it doesn't, it wouldn't be hard to add it. It would just be an afternoon of playing the worst piece of shit you've ever seen in your life. So I could just add it. I should probably just add it, yeah. I miss Europe. Damn. Yeah, it's like a minigame collection that's just like I think it's a literal Flash game that somehow ended up getting ported to a bunch of consoles. It's basically Elf Bowling, yeah. I think I'll go ahead and add it to the list then. Is there box art for this? I don't have an easy way to instantly add a game to the list. That's a thing I'll have to do on the side, but sure. That's all 5 games, by the way. That's all 5 games for Poll 130. It's gonna be Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1, Sean Murray Wakeboarding Unleashed, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, Raises Hell, and Yeti Sports. A game that's not even on my list, but I guess it's on the poll. Oh shit, banger alert? No one told me that this game had NYC Underground Party Volume 3 for the soundtrack. Thrilling gameplay, too. A lot of boats. This is what RuneScape looks like right now. Everyone is sailing. Taking missiles right to the face for this. Okay. That didn't hit, did it? I'm super dead, by the way. Yeah, literally look at it, right? That Yeti Sports. Yeti Sports looks like trash, just so we're clear. If you've never heard it before, just do a search on YouTube real quick for the Yeti Sports theme song. How did those missiles not kill that boat? Like, I don't understand how that could not kill. Not dead yet. Now I'm dead. So does that just boot me back to the main menu? No, it just boots me back here. Do I have to buy... Do I have the plane still? I do still have the plane. May I change my poll pick? No. No take-backs. none of these planes actually have good stats. No takebacks, no takebacks. Oh, you know, when they showed that at the start, I thought that I had skipped a cutscene, but it turns out that there's just like a 2-second cutscene, and that's it. There's nothing else. Yes, it is probably going to remain on the list. That is Yeti language. He's speaking in Yeti. I don't think anyone else mentioned Yeti Sports first, Dab. I think this is fully on you. Until you get in range, I think the guns just don't do anything, which kind of sucks. I think if you fly really low, maybe the missiles can't really hit you. I'm trying to come up with a strategy to not take 1 million hits doing this. I think maybe the play is to just manually dodge like that, actually. You see the missile coming and you just kind of scoot to the side. Also, I probably have to take out that guy behind me. He is red, so I think that means he's a required target. How did that hit me? Come on. What even... Like, what got me there? Kinda dumb. Eddie the Old Man Yeti is your favorite Yeti? Was Rally Fusion not originally on the list? I don't remember adding that, but I guess I did. Oh, Eddie the Mean. Oh yeah, from the song, from the classic hit single, Eddie, Let Me Go Back to My Home, of course. How could I forget? Wow, I'm stuck here now. Oh, did it have a North American release but wasn't on the list? Okay, that'll get me to add a game then, yeah. Otherwise, I was just thinking, like, why would I have added a PAL-only rally game to the list? That sounds terrible. I would not do that to myself. If it had a North American release and I just missed it somehow, then yeah, that makes sense. Don't start to think that you guys can just submit anything to the polls and I'll add it to the list, by the way. Yeti Yeti Sports is a one-time deal. I think that most PAL-only games are just like... So first of all, there's barely any, but I think the ones that do exist are mostly all sports. Yeah, Alfa Romeo Racing Italiano is a PAL-only game. It got onto the list because I think the PS2 version has a North American release, and that like confused me when I was doing my research, so I ended up putting it on the list, and I just didn't ever take it out, so now it's just stuck on there. I can't get rid of it. I don't know of really much of any other PAL-only stuff, though. These are all worse. These planes are all worse. What's with this? All the planes that you can buy are crap. For now, at least. This one has much better mobility, which is cool. Pool Shark 2? Oof. No thank you. For Japan-only stuff, there's a number of, somewhat mildly interesting games. There's some stuff that, like, oh, that's kind of interesting, that's not on the list. There's an enemy fortress on a bridge in the something. Your mission is to cut off the United Forces supply route on the Cayenne River. You must attack and destroy the fortress. It looks to be a difficult mission. The airspace above the gorges is saturated with their aerial defense network. Fly within the gorge, no space after the comma, and be on your guard against making contact. Wait, and be on guard against making contact with the rock face. Okay, I guess that's a sentence. Yeah, nude is a thing. Nude is absolutely not happening, unfortunately. I wish that I just like spoke Japanese or something. Because there are a number of really sick-looking Japan-only games that I probably would play. The Bistro Cupid series would get played. Like restaurant management sim type games. The Cayenne River is apparently in French Guiana. Really? I figured they just made that up. Apparently we're in French Guiana right now. The map doesn't really look like it. It'll only slow things down by like an additional 30 hours. Here, I'll just do what I did for Angelic Concert and just hold my phone up for like 6 hours while translating the text until I get bored and start skipping it. I forget if I have Castle Shikigami, but I definitely do have Cyberiar. The Will to Fabricate. That's on the list. I don't remember if I added Castle Shikigami. I know I played Did I play Castle Shikigami 2 on GameCube? I played one of the games in that series on GameCube already. Got him with the guns. You didn't know about this river? You're not a, you're not like a world geography expert? Not studying to be on Jeopardy? My parents are always bugging me to try to get on Jeopardy for some reason. They think I'm like a trivia god, and I'm like, you people have not met Shoehorse. I know a true trivia god, and I know that I am nobody. I do pride myself on knowing lots of things, but not like that.
This is Patrol Craft 0203, requesting permission for passage.
Man, this guy's cool.
Patrol Craft 0203.
I do know about dinosaur hunting, and it is on the list. We're gonna play dinosaur hunting.
Currently closing. Hurry up.
I think there's like an English version, like unreleased beta. Yeah, so that exists. Would I say I live under a rock? No.
Elevation 22 degrees.
No, I know lots of things.
Commence attack.
I'm like a recreational thing knower, though. Not a professional thing knower. Also, I can't do crosswords. I'm not one of those crossword doers. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I know things, but the hints... I don't know, man. I'm not good with cryptic hints like that. If they just asked me the question, I would know it. But that's not any fun, is it? Though. You know enough things to team up with 2 other people who also know a lot of things and destroy Wiki Race. That was a good time. That Wiki Race was fun. I wish I had friends. That's a bit of a out of nowhere, but what I mean is, I wish that I had friends to drag to like bar trivias with me. I do love trivia. I find it fun, but I don't know anybody. I don't have any friends to go to bar trivia with me. I went to one time, and it was too close to Rutgers, so we got farmed by these professors who just got a perfect score on everything. I was there with, like, my dad. And we got most of it. We came in a clean second, but there was a professor farm squad there in attendance. That's not gonna hit me. Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't know. I don't know that one. You got me. I kind of don't know that one. It's bad based on footage. Damn. This is a pretty cool base, by the way. I agree. I like their, like, on a river, in a canyon, giant castle with guns everywhere. It's pretty cool. I think that's it. Yeah, mission accomplished. The way they make you redo these like mission spot fights is a little bit weird. I don't think I like this, having to refight this one plane every time I fly through here because they keep retaking this spot. It's kind of an interesting idea, but in practice, it's just like, shut up. I've killed you 6 times, you know? How many times must we teach you this lesson, old man, you know? Muzzle Flash, JP exclusive. Hang on, Muzzle Flash Xbox. I've never heard of this before. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. Is this a Japan exclusive first-person shooter? I didn't know that existed. I didn't know that was possible. Let's check plane number 6. Is it good? Okay. Hold up. Hold up, this plane's actually an upgrade, though, I think. Its attack is... I think everything about it is better. I think I'm gonna buy this, the Kafer C7. Oh, wait. The defense is very slightly worse, which I knew going into it, but everything else is better. Let's try it out. One review unbacklogged, 1 star, I don't know what to say. Then why'd you write the review? An emergency situation has arisen. A large United Forces transport carrier has been confirmed near the mouth of the Cayenne River. It is confirmed that the transport is carrying an airborne division. They're gonna attempt a parachute attack. Quickly intercept and destroy them. Gotcha. Over and out. Takeoff. Kafer. Oh yeah, the control of this plane is automatically, like, obviously way better than the previous. That first plane we were using, that would, like, snap back when you try to turn. This one doesn't do that. think it might just straight up be carrying more missiles as well. Well, I mean, I guess I can't really trash the I don't even know what to say review. Like, look at some of my reviews, but I don't know. My reviews are not that serious. Where the heck? Where is this mission that we've been told to go on? Okay, well, I guess we permanently have all that stuff, though. Only some of them... Oh, it's over there. I was going the wrong way. I guess they did say the mouth of the Cayenne River, and I just, like, chose to not read that, I guess. Oh, I'm like starting down missiles. Hang on, I think I have to return to base to like refill on weapons. Is that a thing? That might be a thing. There we go. The ground looks good. I feel like it looks about the same. I mean, obviously when you get close up, it's gonna look bad, but like, from a distance, I feel like it's about the same. It's been a minute since I last played Ace Combat, but... I think I gotta return to base just to, like, get missiles back. Shattered Skies looks real blocky. Maybe. I feel like most of the game is gonna be spent doing these, like, in-between missions. It's kinda lame. You spend so much time getting to the mission in order to do it. Gotta be a bit careful too, because yeah, it totally did refill my missiles. You use resources on your way to the mission. You have to be a bit careful with that. We can do this. I haven't messed with the D-pad yet. There's a... I don't know what the blue arrow means, or the blue line on that map, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess it doesn't really matter, because we're going this way. It's a bit weird how much stuff is just, like, optional. Like, those planes don't have to die. I'm just gonna ignore them. Compared to, like, an Ace Combat mission where everything gives you points. And usually it's like a, you have X minutes to get X points type of mission. Because, you know, then you're actually incentivized to blow up everything instead of just ignoring everything that isn't designated a specific target. This game's soundtrack is honestly kind of crazy at times, though. It's pretty good. Super high energy music for mostly doing nothing, just flying the plane around, but... Oh good, look at the angle on that. I have to, like, come back around. Oh, hold up. I think this is one of our guys. No, that's not. That plane is Just unrelated, I guess. Might as well get this guy. Oh, never mind. Never mind, he lives. I have to like do this. It's so annoying that this mission has to be one. Like this spot on the map has to be one that keeps refreshing, that the enemy keeps retaking or whatever. Because this seems like a really important node on the map. You know, one that's right next to your base, so you keep having to fly through it, and you just have to redo this over and over again. I don't get it. I'm not sure what they were going for. He's right on top of me. Yeah, there he is. We're gonna crash into each other or something. I've hit him with the guns a lot. Okay. Okay. Okay, that'll work. Yeah. It's a great money farm, how many times I have to keep coming through this node on the map. I feel like if you have... Here's what I would have done. I really feel like if you have every spot next to it on the map taken, then they shouldn't be able to take that spot. Like, how are they doing that? Like, where are they coming from to take that spot on the map when I permanently have every neighboring spot on the map? Also, there's no more briefings. Maybe I have to go someplace on the map and there's like a thing. Yeah, these planes are all crap. You can't even really look around the map though. Like if I want to look around, you can't scroll the map with the right stick or anything. You have to actually go places. So I'm trying to see. There's probably a mission on the map somewhere that I can go do without an advanced briefing. This is like the same thing too as the other node. Like it's gonna be 2 or 3 things on the ground and 1 plane. They're giving me the same. Yeah, it's legitimately the same. No. That's not even a permanent capture. Oh wait, I have a base here now. I just processed that this is my own base now. There's probably a briefing here. Yeah. Wait, this is just... Hello? That's the exact same briefing. What? That's the same briefing. Well, I guess it's a different mission because it's over there, but it's the same... He gave the same text. Like, there's a parachute division, they're gonna attack, over and out. He said the same thing. Is it a different shop, though? Yeah, the shop is different. Nothing but trash here, really. Alright, cool, let's do it. We're defending something. Actual mission time. Beautiful. Beautiful seam across the ground. This is completely like, it's in a different spot. It's not, it is factually not the same mission as the last one, but this sure does really seem like they just copy pasted the last one and we're just doing the same mission again. Nah, it is a little different. This map is slightly different because there's hills over there and there's no buildings and stuff yet. No, okay, there's the build. This is probably the same mission. This is probably the same mission, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if, yeah, and then we come over here. This is just the same mission. What? Hang on. Am I... This isn't where I was before, right? Maybe it was. No, it totally wasn't. This was not on the map until I accepted the mission from the base. And it's just like, yeah, then here's the one that is like behind a building. It's the same exact mission, just less foggy. Well, that's incredibly lame. What? Yeah, destroy attacking enemy tank division. That's something that's missing from this game. The ace combat guys who yell at you over the radio the whole time. Add a little bit of intrigue to sections where you're basically just flying in a straight line like this. There you go, defended it again. Very cool. Olmeno City is currently being that by United Forces spy planes. They're using city buildings as a shield, okay. Dispatched into the city. Destroy some spy planes. This might be cool. Yeah, the count went up. That was a different mission. That was a completely different mission from the other one, even though it was exactly the same. Weird. Anyway, I'm gonna step away for a sec. I will be back in a minute, and then I guess they added that branch off to the right, so that's where the mission's gonna be. But yeah, I don't know. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, let's keep it going. This game is super lacking in the ace combat sauce. There's like no, I don't know, it makes you... Like, is there something worse about the dogfighting in this compared to the dogfighting in that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that there really is. But, the presentation is such a massive downgrade that the game is just pretty boring. IMO. The game is pretty boring, and I think the key difference is in the presentation of it. Gotta go. It's like a bunch of missions I have to do to get over there. Hey, Gris. How's the sailing going? It's not. It's not. I did not bond up for sailing. I have no money. I would have to pay real money for it. I don't wanna. I don't wanna buy membership for this. So I have not been sailing with the boys. I'm surprised SG actually came back for it. Oh, there's like 2 missions to do here. Hang on. Let's do this. The glass scale. We've detected an enemy weapon research facility on radar. I'm pretty sure I do. It's not a free-to-play skill. Just say the word. I don't want to, you know, take advantage like that. I don't know why the engines go. The thing is, the engines, it's not... The engine power is not like a... It's not analog. You think it's analog because of the percentage, but... And because it's on the triggers, which are analog, so you would just think that that's how it works. But the engines are either 80%, 60%, or 120%. You can't actually make the engines 100 or anything like that. Like, it has to be 120. I don't know why the scale is that way, where it goes up to 120. There's one plane. Is this really going to be the last target? Ugh, it's being super annoying. Ow. And I'm stalling. Dude, now this guy's just like leaving. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Well, so there were control options. I originally had it on basically Ace Combat mode, where like you roll the plane and then turn it and stuff like that, and you have that kind of control. But I switched off that because the controls were being super annoying, and then I just kind of never put it back, even though I got a plane that should theoretically control better. I just like didn't bother. So can I pick up all of the missions? Like, can I grab this too? The control isn't great though. The plane, even though I got a plane that has a much better handling stat, or whatever they call it, mobility. This plane's got much better mobility, and it does control much better, but it's still a little bit, I don't know. Bruh, what is this? I mean, bye. Bye then. How am I supposed to catch that? We're like on... Like, you see the problem, right? We're on different... Like, I don't think I can actually get this guy unless he decides to let me get him. It's hard to explain, but... Like, if you think of all of the nodes on the map as being either even or odd, I'm on the evens and he's on the odds. I can't get him. Yeah, if there's like a, I'm just gonna ignore him for now. All of the, if there was a way I could do, like, from here, diagonal down left, like, so that there was a loop of 3 instead of a loop of 4. So right now it's even. That would sort of let us change what we're on, and then we'd be able to get him. But it's all squares. There's no triangle loops anywhere, I don't think. Well, I'm gonna go do that other mission then, that I saw before. That plane, maybe we'll fight him eventually. A loop of 5 would work too. I'm like super rich now because they haven't offered me any good planes. I've had no reason to buy anything. It's time to nullify the spy planes. This mission might be cool because we're going to be fighting in the city. Check this out. That is pretty cool. I wonder if I hit a building with a missile, if it fails the mission. Look how cool this is, though. Great looking city, sort of. I mean, not like actually, but like it's pretty good looking. I like it. I like the like SimCity ass like radar or like satellite imagery on the ground, and then these like cube buildings on top of it. Yeah, a lot of the maps so far have had zero or near zero scenery, so seeing a whole city like this is like, oh, hell yeah, it's cool, even if it's not actually that cool, just because it's something. Yeah, this yellow plane is being a pain in the ass. Yeah, like you're telling me they could have had all this on screen the whole time and they just chose not to? Oh shit, oh shit, okay, we're fine. Kinda had to get crazy there. There's allegedly a plane right in front of me. Where is this guy? Where is this guy? He should be right in front of me. Like, literally right in front of me. Where is he? Is he, like, way up there? He's way up there. Guy's leading me as far away as possible. Thanks, K-Fur. Not a real-life city. They did give it a name. It was like Omelet City. It had a name that started with an O. Oh, I'm too fast. I can't slow down. you go. Is that mission complete? No. No, it is not. There's like one more plane. It's this orange one. I am way too high up now. All the way up here. Above the clouds. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that it's like that. There are clouds that you can get above. Alright, mission complete. I guess now I'm just going back. There's still this asshole. Are we? No, we're still not really. I bet if I take this... Do I start? Yeah, you only start with 18 missiles, so actually I do want to refill. I really do want to return to base and refill. And then go after this plane. See if there's some kind of trick I can do on the map to make him... Like, maybe you have to corner him or something. There's a few dead ends on the map. I don't suppose there... Oh, there's another mission here now. Okay. Amo City is currently being... This is just going to be the same mission again. He's giving me the same text. It's going to be the same mission. Except technically not the same mission, because they reuse the missions and just change the names so that it's like more content, but it's not more content. It sucks. No, it's impossible. Yeah, he's never gonna go into the dead end. Whatever. I'm gonna continue to ignore that guy. Wow, shocker. It's the exact same fucking mission, but now with rain. That's like pretty disappointing, honestly, that they make you do... Also, that was just the lock-on system being fucked and refusing to target the thing that was right in front of my face. Cool, thank you. Could have fixed it with, I think, the A and B buttons, maybe? I forget what the buttons are. Could have maybe fixed that, but thanks, game. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, like, not only do they make you do the same non-mission thingies over and over again on the map just to, like, get places, but you also have to do the same actual missions multiple times. They just copy-paste them and are like, yeah, you're doing that one twice. Sorry, it's a different city. Trust us. Just trust me, bro. This is not Omelet City. This is, you know, this is Pancake City. Totally different. All within the state of breakfast. That would be a good state to live in. No such thing as a bad breakfast. I've never had one. I don't think they're real. Ugh, the turning radius on the plane is just, like, really not great. Okay. Well, I think judging from the Wikipedia article, you know, the authoritative source on Airforce Delta, whatever, information, I think that we are the non-food having people. And we are invading the food havers to take their food. So they have food, and they've named their cities after food. Okay, now we gotta come at this from the other direction. I don't think that's that weird. You know, I can't think of an example off the top of my head. But, you know, you name a town, you know, if you're founding a town. I don't know who does that in the 21st century. Who's, like, founding a new town and gets to name it. Like, I feel like all towns that are gonna exist just exist at this point. Who's starting a new town? But if you're naming your town, I feel like naming it after the stuff that's there kind of makes sense. Like if you're like a gold rush town, you know, you might name your town after the gold that's there, or like a river or something that's nearby. I don't know. You know what I mean? They're doing that, but with food. Against building settlers in turn 200? No, that's just an open question, though. Is anybody still founding towns? I don't think so. Like, for what purpose? Yeah, exactly. The pancake mines that are nearby. Okay, that's the best plane in the game so far. We're buying this. Look at the attack and defense stats. The speed is really good. The mobility is solid. Yeah. New. Thank you. It is kind of funny that when you buy, it's the thank you with the 3 exclamation marks. But Tornado 105 is definitely the best plane. Those stats are crazy. Yeah, look at that. The speed is slightly worse, but everything else is just like a straight massive upgrade. Definitely. Wait, hold up. I go take off. What is that? Range 2. This plane is range 1. This plane was also range 1. Oh! It's range 2 because we get to move twice for every time other planes only move once. That's how we get them. That's kind of interesting, actually. That's neat. I kind of like that. It's like this plane has an overworld ability. You wouldn't expect it. Oh, there's more. Whoops. Any sewers yet? Nope. Hopefully by the end of the game, there will be like a full ace combat moment where it's like, you know, oh, the president has stolen a plane and he's escaping into the sewers. You're gonna have to chase him, and then you chase him through some tunnels. That would be good. That's the best we can hope for, though. Otherwise, almost certainly no sewers in this one. Whole game will be taking place outdoors. You got a new aircraft. Oh. A free new aircraft. Why even bother? Yeah, all my favorite things. Not in the game. Let's see, what did we get? It's junk. It has a range of 3, though. The range is crazy. We're sticking with the Tornado 105. How's playing game? It's pretty boring, honestly. Like, it's just pretty boring. It sort of makes me realize how much, at least for me, a game like this lives or dies on presentation. Because, like, the gameplay is a whole lot of just sort of fly the plane around, shoot the plane, whatever. Like, it's just sort of the same thing over and over. So, you know, the way they present it and make that exciting is important. And, you know, I've just brought up Ace Combat every 5 minutes for the last 2 hours of this stream, because, like, yeah, it's hard not to compare it. And you know, that game just does. They do so much better of a job at making the missions exciting, even though you are just flying around shooting the same planes over and over again. But that's, like, kind of what makes that game good, what makes those games good. And without any of the same presentation tricks, it just sort of exposes that the gameplay is just flying around shooting the same target over and over again. And it's not that great, it's a little bit boring. Like, definitely what this game has going on that's most interesting for it is the world map system. The world map system is kind of a thing, but in practice, it sort of just means that you're doing the same stuff over and over again, because they keep... Like, I think it would be cool if you could make them... Like, you could properly lock down an area. Maybe even if you had to buy an item with currency that you would then place in the area that would lock it down. Like, you gotta be able to afford to pay soldiers to stay in that spot, you know? And then it's like... You know, oh, do I want to spend my money locking down this part of the map so that I don't have to bother redoing the mission every time I fly through there? Like, oh, that's worth it to me because I'm going to go, this is an important segment of map. You know, like maybe even a little something like that would be interesting. But it's just like, it's just crap. It's kind of just crap where you just have to do the same thing over and over. These like tiny non-missions practically. Anyway, we've received word from the 4th Fleet Escort that they've spotted a United Forces fleet in the Tellus Sea. I feel like we're in Turkey right now. Look at the map. Like, I don't think this is meant to be real life. I don't think this is, like, actually Earth. This is, like, fantasy world. But it's kind of Turkey looking. Right? Yeah, a world that is strange yet also real, you could say. You know, if you tap the, if you repeatedly tap the accelerator, you can kind of get it to stay in a spot instead of just being 120 all the time. You gotta, like, maintain it. There's no reason to ever do that, but that's a thing. I feel like if you had any control over the stability of the world map, that would also make the whole resource thing more interesting, because you refill on missiles when you return to base, and when you don't return to base, you just don't refill on missiles. So if I'm doing a number of steps to get out to a mission, I sort of have to think about conserving ammo so that I can still have ammo for the proper mission once we get there. And that is sort of interesting, I guess. That's sort of a thing. Oh, good. That's another spot I don't get to keep. Yeah, the whole map mechanic feels like it has more potential to me. Oh, totally pressed the wrong button there. That is a waste of 2 missiles. That's 2 missiles I am never getting back. I don't know if you heal between missions, though. Like, I haven't really been paying attention to that. Is this just going to be a repeat of the other boat mission that we did? I think it is. I think this is just the boat mission from earlier, and also you don't heal. Yeah, so that damage that I took getting here is permanent. Oof. Ammo management is the best thing about the game. That is a pretty backhanded compliment when you put it that way. Awards at the end of Xbox thing. Most potential, most boring, coolest concept. The Xboxies. Maybe. That's kind of an interesting idea. That's kind of what I wanted to do with having like a wrap-up video for GameCube thing. And then I just sort of like didn't do it because it was too much work. It's hard because by the time I'm done, right? Like, this takes several years. Like, GameCube thing took 3 years. Took a little over 3 years. By the time I'm done, a lot of the less interesting games I just won't really even remember that well. And that can make it kind of hard to talk about certain things. Like, I was, Why Am I Here was playing Robotech Battle Cry. And I straight up could not remember a single thing about Robotech Battle Cry. For the most part, I do remember things about all the games. But, like, Robotech Battle Cry is incredibly forgettable. I couldn't remember anything about that. That game may as well have not existed. How can I give out the awards fairly? It's something I would have to probably be prepping a long time in advance. I am so dead. Yeah, it's really hard to fly. It's really hard to deal with the boats without just taking huge amounts of damage. Well, it is easier to remember stuff when you're the streamer. Like, you know, I'm the only person here right now who has been here for every minute of GameCube and Xbox thing, right? I haven't missed a second of it. I've been here for all of it, so that's... You know, no matter how boring or uninteresting a game is, I can't just, like, disregard it and look away from it or whatever. I have to pay attention to it because I'm the one playing it. So, when you put it that way, it's a little bit easier to remember everything. Not just from an investment standpoint, but from like I am actively engaging in playing the game for every second of the game's playthrough. Whereas, like, you could have the stream on just like a second monitor or something while you're doing something else or whatever. That sucks. I don't know who got me. I lost 2 TND IDs. I don't know what that means. I got kicked back to the base. That sucks. Do I still have my plane, or did I lose it? I hope I didn't... I lost the plane. That's actually kinda ass. Okay. Actually not good. Gotta go rebuy this thing. Wait, hold up. Is the F-15C Eagle good? To almost all the way to 4 on... I might buy an F-15C Eagle. Hang on, I think this plane is just better anyway. I'm gonna buy this, and from now on we're not gonna accept losses. I'm gonna start saving and stuff. Yeah, it's more expensive, but it's also just better, so it's worth it. Oh, this time I get to take advantage. I don't have to do... I've already cleaned up the route for me. That's perfect. Dying can be advantageous like that, maybe. The route was already open. Yes, Enclave. Game number 129 is Enclave. Not the first Starbreeze game, but one of the first Starbreeze games. It was like their second game or something. Their development history goes some kind of RTS no one's ever heard of, and then Enclave, and then Knights of the Temple, Infernal Crusade, and then Chronicles of Riddick. So, Enclave could be good. We will have to find out. Wow, cool. I pressed the wrong button and then didn't shoot the ship properly. I did choose that over the Suffering, yes. I want to play Enclave. Dev with proven track record. Screenshots look kind of cool. I've been informed that the Suffering 2 is kind of neat as well, though. And I did like the Suffering 1, so really it was like a... whatever game I choose, it's probably a solid choice. I got served up a pretty good tie. They just can't hit me anymore because I'm like too fast or something. Genuine question. Yeah, well, I did choose it over the Suffering. I enjoyed the Suffering one a lot more than I expected to. Like, people ask all the time, and I never have a good answer, but people ask all the time, like, what's the game that you liked the most that you didn't expect to? Like, the most unexpected, pleasant surprise. I think on Xbox, it's probably the Suffering, just as far as, like, the gap between how bad I expected the game to be and how not bad it actually was. Yeah, the Suffering is the game with the angry gamer box art. The really pissed off dude sitting in the chair. Probably mad because it's the electric chair, but I just imagine him sitting at his computer like that. The Suffering 2, unfortunately, does not have anywhere near as good a box art. The Suffering 2's box art is just like a guy with a gun. It's not that good. But the Suffering 1's box art is a masterpiece. Yeah, the final boss was really bad. I think I had to look up what to do there, right? There was like a section leading up to the final boss as well that I was stuck on for a really long time. I was just like confused about what to even do. It was like after that tunnel. I say that tunnel as if anybody would know what I'm talking about, but yeah. There was also when we were in the mansion and I couldn't figure out what to do, and it turned out that there was just a room that I somehow walked past a million times, and that was what it was. There were a few spots where I got kind of stuck. And there was that dead end where you like went through the basketball courts or whatever. and there was just like a dead end. And it turns out you had to go like a completely different way and climb up some boxes somewhere or something. There were a few weird moments, but overall, pretty solidly decent game. Yeah, it's hard to make a really good final boss, I think. It just like, I don't know, like how do you make something that is like a, I don't know, boss fight design is just like tricky. This was discourse in like the early 2010s, I feel like, where people were like, does anyone remember this? Like boss fight discourse? It was a thing in like AAA gaming, I feel like. Like you'd hear it from like BioWare and shit, where they'd be like, boss fights are outdated game design, actually. Boss fights are a thing of the past. You know, you don't really hear that much these days, because, like, no, everyone loves a good boss fight. Come on now, be reasonable. But it's difficult to make a really good boss. It's harder than you'd think, I think. I will stand by, I think that bosses do not belong in first-person shooters. I feel like having played a lot of first-person shooters with bosses, I can say first-person shooters probably shouldn't have boss fights, and I don't know exactly why that is. I'd have to sit down and think about it, but like, it's always bad. They're always bad, every time. Lakeside currently does not have boss fights in it. I don't really know what that would entail. Just thinking about it. If I came up with something clever, I would be open to adding one. It's not like there can't be one. And yeah, no, that was a Tom Clancy game. The one where the dudes were stacked on top of each other. I have to go buy a Mobility 3 plane to catch this guy, because that dude also has Mobility 2, it looks like. A fishing-themed boss rush game that came out recently? No, I didn't see that. Post link. Yeah, I have to get a, bait tackle. Bait and tackle. Oh shit, that looks pretty good. Look at this screenshot. That's pretty good. Oh man, look at these, that's pretty good. Oh no, dude. There are too many good ideas out there. How could I ever hope to compete with some of this shit? I think the only way I can hope to compete is to return to my old game that I made for a game jam in college, where it was a boss rush shmup where you play as a squirrel. And the bosses were like a lawnmower, a pine cone. It kind of looked like that. What was the third boss? There was a pine cone, there was a lawnmower. What was the other one? I don't remember. I didn't get to finish it, but after the game jam was over, I was working on the true final boss, which was going to be a garbage truck. It was going to be one of those sick shmup fights where you're fighting like a giant ship and you like blow up the individual parts of the ship as you fly around it. And I found like a giant super high-res picture of like a garbage truck that I was using for it. And the casino game is never happening, for the record. The casino game was happening until I sat down to actually start programming the casino games. And then I was like, wait a minute, this is boring. I don't want to even work on this. And then that was the death of that. I don't think the game would be boring. I think it was just boring to work on because I didn't want to. I couldn't be bothered. I really couldn't be bothered to actually make it. Having to sit down and program probably like 10 different casino games. I don't know. I haven't worked on Lakeside in a few days. I gotta get back on that. I do have to get back on that. I feel like if I ever want to get the game done, I have to get myself on a schedule of like 1 chapter per month or 2. I feel like that's a time frame that I could do if I had more discipline. And then the game would eventually be done. But instead, it's more like 1 chapter per year or 2, and so it's never gonna get done.
This is Charlie 5 to Control, proceeding with flight plan. Nothing at all on radar, peaceful as can be. This is Control, roger that, Charlie 5. Don't let your guard down. Remember, you're an enemy on skies. Understood. I got it. What's this? I got something on radar.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't it. This is marked on the... Oh, it is a plane. It was like a helicopter or something. It was super low down and was mostly just stationary. think it hit the building. I think I hit the building there. That's the fastest I could turn around. All the way back here now. Yeah, there's like helicopters down there or something. Honestly, I think my problem here now is that this plane is too fast, where I'm having a hard time turning because I just get going too fast. The soundtrack for the actual missions in this game is pretty crazy, though. I've said that every time, but it's because it is. This is kind of an annoying mission. Bunch of stuff that's on the ground that I just like can't hit very well because of the hills and because I'm going too fast. I mean, going too fast is kind of a me problem, but you guys have to like sit. I think I just have to get to like 1800 and then just like sit here and stop accelerating. That's reinforcements remaining 0, probably. A lot of the base doesn't actually have to be destroyed. You can just not. You can just choose not to, like buy. The rest of the base is kind of optional. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. The whole base is like, you just have to kill one guy, and then the rest of the base, I don't know, they surrender or something. We'll see if this is now. This is probably my base now. Yes, awesome. What can I buy? Junk. All garbage. Nothing but trash. That's what I can buy. If you think about it though, if that's the whole map, you know, if they're showing me the whole map there, then we're pretty close to the right side of the map. There's not that much more room for missions, so the game might not be that much longer. I thought there were a ton of missions. I thought this game had a lot more missions, but I'm not sure. I feel like I've covered a lot of the map. Yes, definitely, Sturchan. There was a Buffy fan that showed up for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, unfortunately for them. But that's not that weird. The record is definitely held by the dude who came in and then said I was bad at the game and started telling me to do different things. Yeah. Yeah, we've played 2 Buffy games, and both times we've gotten a super Buffy fan who shows up, and then I have to break the bad news to them that I hate the game and have been complaining for hours. And then they quietly leave. And this is basically just Ace Combat, but without the insane plot. Or really any of the exciting presentation. Without the radio chatter and the plot and the super weapons, it's, you know, the music is still pretty banging, but the gameplay is kind of dry. Not like 1 out of 5 dry, but like 2 out of 5 dry. The soundtrack is kind of banging though. In other words, better than Wind Waker, yes. It's too plain. Hey, good one. Bin 6-0 does kind of look like that. Also, when I say it that way, it sounds like a Star Wars character name. I am Bin 6-0. Boy, this sucks. I can't see anything. Okay. Oh, we're getting blasted. Alright, we're fine. That's not hitting. Nope. I've missed this building like 3 times now. It's too elusive. It's kind of lame that the guns don't do anything if you're not in gun range. Like, I get it, But also, like, the bullets are hitting. Like they are. They would be hitting there. But you just get no credit for it until you're really close. Confirmed as a secret Star Wars fan, it's true. Currently reading through all 500 Star Wars books. I cannot get this guy to line up with me. Also watching all 700 seasons of Star Wars TV that were made in the last couple of years. We've learned of an orbital shuttle that the United Forces has been developing in secret. It already has an attack satellite on board and is preparing to take off as we speak. The satellite possesses a weapon of mass destruction that could wipe out all of our surface bases in one attack. You're being dispatched to attack the shuttle and prevent it from leaving the atmosphere. Okay, that's a fun mission. Fun mission concept. We're doing ace combat. We are just doing ace combat, but you know. It's good. If you wanted to watch, like, everything Star Wars at this point, like, you want the full, I'm gonna be up to date with it, that would be, like, many, many, many hours of commitment, wouldn't it? Probably easier to get caught up on One Piece. Someday I'll get this guy. Oh no, I'm stalling. Not now. Okay. Would you need to play Fortnite for that one movie prequel thing? That I think you could just check that on YouTube. The Palpatine has returned message that was on Fortnite. That's pretty funny. I wonder if in the future, like 50 years from now, someone will write like someone will have to write the book on like the history of Star Wars shit, and they'll have to mention this piece of media that was lost to time, where supposedly that the reveal was announced in a video game called Fortnite. Maybe that'll be an obsession of, like the 2070s version of Lost Media Zoomers. Is that just one plane I had to fight there? I guess so. Alright. We gotta... I don't know if we're gonna blow up the shuttle. He just made it sound like we're just gonna be blowing up transports, which is much lamer. I want to blow up that shuttle as they're launching it. It's like the opposite of the mission from 5, where we gotta defend the launch of the Arcbird. 5, Ace Combat 5. We're doing the opposite of that now. A quiz for us to take that was, is this character in Fortnite? That would be hard. There's a lot. I'm a non-Fortnite knowing person. I would fail that quiz. Which is kind of the point, but... You can't rule anything out. Like, any outrageous thing, it's like, well, shit, it could be. Where? The game is alleging that there are planes nearby. I'm not in Fortnite. Well, that's... Okay, I have played it very briefly before. You can blame I Ate Your Pie for that. And Zobel, she gets like 50% of the blame too. But I did play like 2 hours of Fortnite once, and I did not like it. I'm a miserly old gamer. It just wasn't, I don't know, man. Where the hell? Are they like way up there? They must just be like way up there. Yeah. Mission failed. Shit. Well. I mean, I didn't lose the plane. I didn't die. It was just a mission fail, so I just get to try again. That's good. I spent a long time not being able to find where I was going. Oh, it like rotated me. Can we not? Can we not? I'm backwards now. Oh, I'm boosting. I am holding R 120% down. I've never held R so hard in my life. I'm even double tapping R, which isn't doing anything. I think they're under me now. Wait, no, they're still up there more. They're even more up there. The plane needs to level out or something. I can't... I'm trying to level the plane out. So these guys are flying at like what's the situation here? Now I think I might be too high up. Okay, there's the fellas. They fly at, like, for future reference, these guys are flying at, like, 14-ish. And it failed. Okay. Great. This might be kind of annoying. Definitely immediately going up to, like, 14K, though. Well, actually, yeah, they kept climbing is what it is. So right now they're not at 14. They're right here. Well, I'm like max speed boosting. Let's see if we can catch them. Neither of them actually died from that. Neither of them actually died from that. Well, and now I'm just in front, and they're really slow, so now I can't get behind them very easily. And now the shuttle is just gonna launch, and I'm gonna die. Well, that's an attempt. Yeah, mission failed. That's an attempt. Apparently these things can tank like 1 million missiles, and I need to slow down as I'm approaching them so that I can park behind them and just launch like a lot of stuff. Kind of a hard mission, because if you don't do it exactly right, it just instantly fails. Got him. That was kind of tricky. Not hard once you've got the technique down, but you had... Wait. I failed to shoot down the shuttle? No, I didn't. It was right there. What? No. Winning the gameplay, losing the cutscene. Love it. Well, looks like we're gonna have to deal with the super weapon at some point. We failed to prevent the takeoff of the orbital shuttle in D sector. As a result, the United Forces have succeeded in placing their satellite in orbit. Interrogation of United Forces soldiers has revealed that the target of the attack, Aragon City, what? Okay. Soon the satellite's missiles will be launched. You must intercept the missiles and destroy them. Great. Got it. Oh, it was over there. You know what? You know what? How do... Can you not quit? There's no pause menu. When you pause, it just says, please press start to begin. I'm rebooting my Xbox, dude. I'm going back to my save. I'm not doing this. Not really, Xana. This is the only time I've done this all day. This is not one of those games where I constantly have to reboot for some save scumming reason. Project Funk. I just processed. Apparently this is Project Funk. Oh, well now that's just not even... Okay, so it didn't matter. There was no... First-person airplane combat dogfighting reread. This is another one of. I've not run into too many of these. Really, the only one that I can remember is Top Gun Combat Zones. I played Top Gun Combat Zones on GameCube, and that was pretty boring, but I don't think I've had to do any other ones of these. Obviously Ace Combat exists on PS2, but those are good actually, so different, totally different. Man, it's a long road down to this mission. I have to actually, like, probably use guns for most of this. Yeah, I've kind of discovered that I don't really care for this type of game either, unless they're doing something really interesting with the presentation that spices it up, i.e. Ace Combat. Just like raw ass, like the thrill of dogfighting does not work on me. It doesn't work on me, really. It's a bit repetitive. But yeah, hi. Where the hell is this plane? It's like right here somewhere. Where are you? What? It's up? It's... What? He's like right on top of me. There he is. Dude, none of these are gonna hit him. I'm wasting all my missiles. Don't mind me just wasting a bajillion missiles. Oh my god. Please, this is the most evasive plane in the game. Holy shit. Die. Why won't you die? Yeah, every one of these missiles costs like $10 million, so... Fuck, dude. Come on. Thank you. That took forever. Hopefully the others are just ground targets. Looked at PS2 home. What's wrong with the PS2 homebrew people? I'm dead. Oh, that was stupid of me. That was stupid of me. Go rebuy this stupid plane now. Can I not rebuy? If I can't rebuy this plane, I'm just reloading. Yeah, I'm reloading. Nope, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, dude. Damn. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I just use whatever version of OPL I downloaded in like 2015. Working great, by the way. Never had a single problem. Got my trusty IDE hard drive as well. Still working great. Never had a single problem. Great, that actually fucking hit me. Ugh. This game is really getting annoying, honestly. I'm tired of this. Like, I'm tired of 90% of this game just being this. Just turning in place, trying to get this guy. It's not very exciting. Okay. Yeah, I just, while the game was rebooting there, I went to go see, like, if this is at all close to the end of the game, and apparently it's not. It sort of has a close to the end of the game feeling to it, but apparently this is not anywhere remotely close to the end of the game. So, definitely will be coming back tomorrow. But there's still another hour in the day to keep working on it today. I think this will be a delightful 8-hour-long experience of just turning left and right, waiting for the plane to let me shoot him. That type of game. Oh yeah, I've got through much worse than this. It's just like, why does so much of this game have to be this? Cool, that actually hit me. Thank you. Awesome. Oh my god. Kill me. Why? None of that hit him at all. Please, thank you. It's just one plane, dude. It's just one plane. Like, it's just a plane. And yeah, you must be new here, Xana_G. Welcome to the stream. I am like 3,000 hours into the bullshit. It was like 2,800 of GameCube, and we're now closing in on 1,000 of Xbox. We do. My breaking point is Diablo-type games. Not this. This I can tolerate. I don't know, man. Nothing's worse than when the developers think that their game, that's just like a Diablo but worse, somehow justifies like a 20-hour long runtime. X-Men Legends. See X-Men Legends. Damn, look at this. That's cool looking with the filter. Holy shit. They've got this like scanline filter over the cutscenes, and it makes the city at night look awesome. Yeah, look how good this looks, just in general. Very cool. I like that the stars are just like a couple pixels. Or like 1 pixel, like they're just these 1 pixel dots. Looks kind of good. Yeah, well I did The Suffering a while ago. The Suffering was probably like 20 games back or something. Crazy ass soundtrack. Dude, I can't put the plane straight down. We have to like, oh, shit. I'm not gonna be able to hit these planes. I'm not gonna be able to hit the missiles because you can't aim the plane straight down. They won't let you. Okay. Got him. That's not all of them. There's one more or something. It was game 93. You want to hold on to it? I played The Suffering. I thought it was pretty good. It's not like actually that good, but it's like kind of good, sort of. There are some kind of good elements to it. I have like no control over my plane. I have no idea what direction I'm even looking in, really. Like, am I going up or down? Apparently I'm going up. I can't regain control of the plane here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, without the ground, it's really hard to, like, understand what I'm even looking at on screen. Without the ground plane as, like, context. No, okay, I'm trying to get the plane to turn right now. And I don't think it's working. No, it is working. You can tell from the radar. Man, I'm stalling. Great. And now we're facing that way. How is my speed 20? I am holding down the accelerator so hard. Well... How is it an engine stall? How is it a fucking engine stall? I'm holding R. It's like right on top of me. This is like the lamest way they could have done this mission. It should be such an exciting mission, but it takes place in just like a black void. So it's a little bit disappointing. You can't really see the missiles until you're close to them. I want to see the missiles like approaching the city. They're so far away. Barely gaining any speed. Yeah, they show you like the coolest looking city. And then it's just like, anyway, this has got nothing to do with that. Almost there. No, not again. Shit, And now I'm just facing directly into the ground. Great. Hang on, gotta rebuild speed, then loop back around. Probably win now. Yep, mission accomplished.
This is Bravo 2 to control. No sign of enemy in area 0542. Patrol mission accomplished. Coming home.
3 months later, Elysia, March 2007.
Oh?
The United Forces were counting on their trump card, an attack from the orbiting platform, but it did not succeed. The military capabilities of the United Forces on the Alexei Peninsula were reduced by about 46%. The United Forces consolidated, and the Allied forces were able to expand their region of
Is there a whole second map we're going to?
use this momentum to move
Are you
on
going to a whole
Lucia.
second map now?
If the United Forces managed to deprive their enemy of this territory, it would mean they were fully on the attack.
Yeah, I guess that was the end of that map, and now we're onto this one. Let's see. Briefing. Yeah, it's a totally different map. Now we're... I don't know, it's like... This one also kind of looks like Turkey, but it's like... if you kind of looked at the Saudi Arabian Peninsula sideways or something. Yep. Totally new map. Well, the fun continues. That was the first half of the game, maybe. I think by mission count, that was probably about the first half of the game. Is it just this mission a third time? Hold up. Is this happening? Is this the same fucking mission for a third time? No, it's not. This is different. Okay. I did not mean to end up here. Oh, the boats are actually moving. I did not think they would be. Target was wrong there too. It's cool. Yeah, definitely, ever since we bought this upgraded plane, like, now I just move too fast for the boats to even hit me, so that's, like, perfect. The boats are no longer such a threat. Turns out you just have to fly really fast. What is that targeting? What? Okay, how? The thing right in front of me in the center of the crosshair? No. How about this other thing? Great. See if there's any better planes now that we're on, like, map 2. Nah, looks like it's mostly still... okay, this one... Is this plane better? This plane might be better. FA-18E Super Hornet. That looks kind of good. I think this might be better. I'm gonna buy it. Thank you. Oh, that was... I already did that. Wait, what? What the fuck? Wait, what? That's not English. What? As you know, this long war is beginning. Fought over the basic necessities. That's supposed to say being. That's supposed to say being. We've decided to transport the crude oil taken from an oil field we are occupying to the rear. The United Forces are expected to throw everything they have into an attempt to destroy the tanker. Those damn United Forces. The two armies being named the United Forces and the Allied Forces really don't make it clear. Ooh. Who's who in this, you know? Okay, speed goes way down. Power goes very slightly down. Mobility goes very slightly down, but attack is up, defense is way up on the Super Hornet. I'm sticking with the F-15C Eagle, honestly. As an American, I need to know which one of these are the American stand-ins so I can root for them. Not just being to beginning that's also still spelled wrong. Beginning. So hey Crazy, I hope you've been enjoying the sailing. Can I get a, hang on. RuneScape is how Kid Me found out about the color cyan existing. To be honest, I think I thought it was just like a weird thing that British people called the color blue. Well, nobody right now. I think we're defending. I think we have to, like, defend the port, though. There's gonna be waves that spawn in, maybe. I kind of like some of the maps in this game. I kind of like the way some of the maps look. When we're in a place like this and you can see, like, the little miniature detail. Not that there's lots of detail, but all of, like, the textured on detail onto the ground, plus the little buildings that stick up. I kind of like that. A lot of the maps are just, like, hills, though. Not too exciting. Out of operation area, but that dude is here. I guess I'm just waiting for him to come inside the operation area.
First wave of enemy bombers closing.
They're just hanging out outside. What do you want me to do about that? The first wave of enemy bombers is extremely not closing. They're all the way out there. It's gonna be another, like, 6 minutes for them to get in. Maybe there are currently bombers back at the base, just, like, blasting the oil field. I don't think so, though, because they would show us arrows for that if that were the case. Yeah, like, there's nobody at the base right now. You just start this mission with 2 minutes of waiting. Really cool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We gotta turn this thing around. Too much fast. Oh shit, the bomber's totally gonna... Okay, no, we got him. We got him, we got him, we got him. I don't know what's going on back there. I'm not worried about it.
Bombers closing.
Alright, cool. The missions are just like, I don't know, some of these missions are really, like, that's a mission. You just sit here and wait several minutes for 3 planes to show up that don't have any defenses, and then you just blow them up. That's it. But yeah, that's really it. Moved a new type of mobile battle fortress to the front. The new fortress is called Aconcagua and possesses both attack capabilities and okay, what is that? Because that's the name of, like, a PSP. It's a mountain in Argentina. Okay. That's where that name comes from. I don't know why. But I said PSP, I meant PS1. That's the name of a PS1 game. Fairly well known. That's one of those like, they thought it sounded cool. Yeah, you guys are in the United Forces, apparently, along with definitely not Turkey. I'm not sure if countries exist in this universe, or if it's just Allied Forces, United Forces, and they just like fight over land. I'm not sure that there are countries. Oh no, I have to catch this idiot, and there's so much... Hopefully he's only movement 1. He's probably movement 2 though, and I'm gonna have to go buy a movement 3 plane for this. And then I'm gonna have to chase him around a bunch of land that I don't own. This is gonna be really annoying. This guy is gonna be kind of annoying to catch, I think. It is an interesting mechanic though. It reminds me of like... There being dudes moving around on the world map reminds me of like NES games a little bit. Like SMB3 or like Bionic Commando or something. The whole dudes moving around on the map mechanic is like very... It's like very NES to me. Or you know, they do it in Shovel Knight, but that's just the Shovel Knight devs agreeing with me that it's a very NES thing to do. Yeah, okay, no, he moves every 2. He moves every 2. We can get his ass. He's only got movement 1. Where is this plane? Whatever. I can do this with guns. Okay, perfect. Saving that missile that I just wasted. No, What? Now he's just leaving. Ah, shit. You really, none of this land is permanent capture as well, so, like, this is awful. This is actually so obnoxious. Okay, I had to sneeze. Let's go. Okay. Fuck Tom Cruise. That's oh, welcome, Gavati. I agree, I guess. That's a really funny first time chat. Fuck Tom Cruise, it's a good combo. Oh, no, okay. I'm gonna like be out of missiles by the time we're finally... If I can just take this guy entirely with guns, that would be perfect. There we go. Please, no. No. Like, they know. This dude knows. This dude knows that I have to take the land before he can move. But like, or that taking the land resets movement, so that he can always move to some piece of land that I don't own, and there's nothing I can do about it, but just keep following him around. I don't think there's any like movement tricks I can do on the map to get him. I think I legit just have to like take all of the land, and then eventually we'll be able to fight him. I think I basically need to own all of the land before we can do this. I'm stuck now. Not what I want. No. No, you can't. Because there's no dead end. Even if there was a dead end, I think they're probably programmed to not go on to dead ends, because I was dealing with one of these dudes earlier. The way you would normally get them is you have a plane that has more mobility than their thing does. And then you can move on the map twice for every time they move once, and then you just catch up to them. But it resets your mobility when you step onto land that you don't own, so because of that, effectively we are doing one-for-one movement, even though I do have more range than him, and I should be able to catch him. So once I own all of the land, we'll be moving 2-for-1, and then I'll be able to just catch him. But if he can just keep moving onto land that I don't own, then he can just keep escaping me. There we go. Got your ass. Just have to be a little bit tricky with it. He's got to move on to a piece of land that is adjacent to land that you own. I guess that's what it is. That's what the trick is for being able to get that to work. Alright, now that I've used like over half of my missiles, I don't think I've quite used over half. I've used a number of missiles though. Better not fail this, because it was really annoying to get here. Ah. Yeah, I'm starting this down like 20 missiles. Not great. Yo, Nurse Joy's Rattata, thank you. Thank you a ton for the 9 months. I appreciate it a bunch too. Wait, mission failed? How? How was that a mission fail? What? No. They better not. It better let me just retry this. Okay, I do get to just retry it. Expecting to take heavy anti-aircraft activity. How was that a mission fail? What happened there? There's something in that cutscene where they would explain why I couldn't just fly over and shoot that. Oh my god. He takes so much damage. Well, my health sucks now, so this is probably an actual death, which would send me back to base, which would just be bad. Power off? Wait, I'm still streaming, right? What? Yeah, okay. Alright, hopefully I win. Okay, no, I win. We're good. Alright, ultra sketchy. You just have to burn, like, all of your HP immediately, blasting the guy in the center. I don't know why it failed. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to make it back to base because my health is so low. I'm not gonna make it back to base. I'm gonna die on the way back there, which honestly is fine. I'll just rebuy the plane. Or I have a different good plane that I have in storage, so we're fine, but health is looking ultra sketch, and I am basically out of missiles, so it's gonna be a bad time. Can I take care of these ground targets? I think taking care of the ground targets with the guns is really sketchy. Okay, yeah, that's really not what I want to do. Like 1 inch off the ground there. Come on. How did none of that hit? I hit a little bit at the end. Come on. He's got to be at like 1 HP. I'm getting him with the guns real good. Come on. I'm really not getting him that good, but I'm getting him with the guns a little bit. He should be low. There we go. I think this plane is the only target here, so I can just missile him. It's fine. Yeah, okay. I don't want to die, though. Don't do that. He's like literally right next to me, and I was just slightly too fast. Okay, okay. Yeah. I mean, let me look at the list. Yeah, there is that whole stretch of, 2, 1, 1, splashdown is good. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, this is gonna be a 2, just so we're all on the same page. Against Latmos City. Latmos City is a supply storage location for the Allied forces. Alright, we're going to Latmos City. If Latmos City should fall, more than half of the landing Allied forces' military strength would be lost. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... Okay, we are going that way. Just wanted to check before I actually did it. Maybe, honestly, it's Starbreeze who made Riddick and Knights of the Temple. So we're 2 for 2 on good Starbreeze games so far. And like if you look at screenshots of Enclave, it looks kind of crazy. So like maybe it's good. I don't know. I was told it was bad. I think it was IDOC. I think IDOC said it was bad, but I think IDOC is also one of those people in PMC's Discord who's always egging him on to play like weird, ancient, crusty RPGs. So I don't know that I trust his RPG opinions fully, or at least I don't think I necessarily agree with all of them. So maybe Enclave is good. Yeah, that too, like, he's like, oh, that game's bad, you don't want to play that one. Meanwhile, whenever he's around, he tries to put Land of the Dead Road to Fiddler's Green into a poll. It's like, Yes, the next poll is queued up. It is... Let me see if I can remember it. Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1. That's all I got. Okay, hang on. It's Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1, Wakeboarding Unleashed, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, Raises Hell, and Yeti Sports, which is not on the list, but I have agreed to add it to the list so that it will be in this poll. Yeah, some solid picks on there for sure. The vote is not today, nah, because I'm not beating this game today. The vote will probably be tomorrow. I think I'll finish this game like halfway through stream tomorrow. That's my prediction. I hired a psychic, and she told me that based on the lines on my palm, this game will be finishing tomorrow probably, about halfway. So we'll probably get to start Enclave tomorrow is my bet, and we'll run that poll. No, she didn't tell me what won the poll. That's one of those things where, like, you can't mess with fate or whatever, and it's like, it's best that you not know. And like, when a fortune teller tells you something ominous like that, you just have to accept it. It would be foolish to press harder. This is a cool looking level. So I thought I was defending Latmos City, but right now I'm destroying the defenses of this city, right? Like, like, this can't be helping. Either that, or we are now the United Forces in this second half of the game. I thought we were the Allied Forces this whole time. Maybe I was the Allied Forces in the first half, and now I'm the United Forces, and we're trying to take Latmos City from the Allies. Ah, shit. Oh, that's such a massive time loss. That's so stupid. My wing must have just barely clipped that. Oh, that sucks. It's really annoying that you can't retry a mission. You have to, like, do all of this bullshit to get back there. I hope... Can I just rebuy the F-15C and go back? Yes, I'm just doing that. I'm just doing that. I don't care. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm going back there before they close the road. The city looks terrible, by the way. I would hate to live here. This is like the rustiest city you've ever seen. I'm just gonna play it extremely safe. There's no reason not to. It's not like we're on a tight time limit. Yeah, I feel like we're on the surface of Mars right now. This is like a Martian city. Even the dirt is rusty. That would be an insane reveal if, look at this science fiction building too. Hang on, I just processed that. Look, in the middle of this, like, world's crappiest city, you just have, like, that. You just have, like, the Jetsons structures. I gotta loop around for the last thing. Well, it does take place in the near future. It's the year 2000 and some, is what they said at the start. It was written 20x1, but the narrator said 2000 and some. So it's the near future. I gotta get to the next base. Hang on. I'm taking this land. It's pretty funny that this game came out in 2001, right? Because I think someone said earlier that apparently this was an Xbox launch title. So this game came out in 2001. And so that's why there's the 20x1. That's why. But it's interesting that they're hard committing to, like, it takes place some interval of 10 years from now, so, like, it couldn't be this year. It couldn't take place in 2025. At this point, it's like we're safe till 2031, and then if shit doesn't go down in 2031, we've got another 10 years where we're good, you know? I bet that when people on How Long to Beat entered 4 hours for their playtime, it was because of this timer, which is, like, horribly behind. This timer is, like, an hour and 18 minutes behind real time right now. They're probably like, 4 hours, and it probably took them, like, 7, and they just didn't realize. I am gonna stop us here for the day, though. I don't know how deep into this we are, but I'm pretty sure there's probably only, like, another hour and a half, 2 hours tops in this. I think I counted last night that there's like 38 missions or something. I think there are 38 total missions. And what does this say? We've done 28, so there might only be 10 more. There might only be 10 more. Possibly.